I just want to warn you because what you're about to see may ruin your day, but there's this floor plan of a house that has gone viral on Twitter recently and people keep tagging me in it. You see, I've sort of gotten into the habit of trying to recreate these viral nightmarish houses and floor plans and things in the game. And this week, Rare Oats on Twitter shared this floor plan from a bad architecture Facebook group, and this one is really something else. It looks like it's actually a real house, and maybe at first glance it's not so bad, but let me walk you through this. So the front door seems to be right here, and you walk into a sort of open living, kitchen, dining area. That's fine. But you also might notice that from here, there's not any doors anywhere. So you come this way into the laundry room, and from there, you've got a bonus room. That's fine too. That could be like a second living area. From there, we've got a door into a bedroom and a door into a bathroom. But again, we've not been able to access this middle bedroom or this bedroom or the master bedroom. So it seems to me that you have to go through the bathroom into a hallway, and from that hallway, you can get to the other 3 bedrooms. This is just the most ridiculous nonsense floor plan I have ever seen in my entire life. So if you walk into the house, if you want to go into the main bedroom, you have to go like all the way around the entire place and through like every other room in the entire house. Why isn't there like a door into this hallway? Why? So naturally, having seen this picture and also being tweeted it like a million times, I'm gonna try and recreate it in The Sims. This will be upsetting, okay? So don't say I didn't warn you. It is very difficult to recreate nice real life things in the game, let alone bad real life things. The nice things are tough because the scale is off and things don't always fit, but when it's bad, it's even worse because things really don't fit together because they don't even work in real life. Okay, I'm staring at this and like kind of trying to study it because it seems like this house is kind of just a square and then we just add some bump outs to it basically. So I think for that reason, I'll just start with a couple squares just to kind of get the idea, and then we can always adjust them for scale. It seems like it also kind of goes like this down by the bottom because the front door is right there. And then they also have what is labeled as an outdoor bar. I think this is way too big, but hang on, we'll figure this out. In fact, this is kind of long because the whole dining area is right here. So maybe it does have to go a little bit further down. Maybe it's just the 3 tiles. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I might put some lights in here too, just so it's easier to see everything. So we're kind of imagining that this would be the dining area. Above it, we have a living room. And I think that scale might actually be okay. Perhaps we can make this a little bit bigger in the dining space. And then this is just wall. All wall everywhere. Let me try and build it this way so I've got more space because it seems like the house is gonna need to be really big. Okay, so the kitchen seems like it's kind of long and skinny, and I might actually put some cabinets in just to help with the scale because they have them in the picture. I think this is some sort of like utility closet, like maybe the air handler's in there or something. And it seems like the cabinets kind of go further down, like past that. And they maybe have like a little pantry here and then another closet next to it. This is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. I think I might have made it too big. But they have like a little pantry there and then a closet next to it. The thing is, in the picture, it looks like this closet is a little bit bigger than this one, but I can't do like half tiles in The Sims. This is what I mean by when I say bad houses are even worse to do in the game because it already makes no sense and now I've got the scale even worse because of The Sims. Okay, well either way, this is gonna be a bathroom, like a little half bathroom. And so we have this area as the kitchen and then this becomes the laundry space. You know what? I think having the colors really helps map this out. Okay, and then from there, this is some sort of bonus room. It looks like that needs to go up a little bit higher than the main living room. Oh my god. I'm just imagining like actually trying to walk through this space. So now we can finally actually enter this space. We actually have a door. That is the first door that has been anywhere in this area. You can't even get into this bathroom from out here. The door goes right here. Okay, this needs to be a bit wider back here. I'm gonna need to redo the garage. That's just not working for me. But we do actually get a couple of bedrooms back here. So we have one bedroom and it has a closet attached. For some reason, they've painted the closet screen. I don't know why, but we've got bedroom, closet, and then basically the exact same size repeats itself. You can enter this bedroom from the bonus room. Oh my god. Okay, and here's where it gets kind of complicated because this little like hallway thing of doors is a nightmare. So we need to study this for a second. So the bathroom is kind of L-shaped, it looks like. Almost like that. Okay, yes, because there's a closet for this bedroom. Ooh, this room might be a little bit big. That's okay. Then there's a closet here too. And they have like bathroom door. And then this is meant to be a hallway. This is where we have problems because it looks like this whole space is a little bit off. Hallway, bedroom. I'm feeling like the bedroom needs to be smaller. So, okay. This whole tile also does not work for me. It's supposed to line up. Why doesn't it line up? Okay, let me just scoot this whole thing back for a second. This is fine because this bedroom is supposed to have like this little bit right here. Well, I guess maybe that could be okay. Oh, well, wait, hang on. I think this is right, because that needs to be a little bit smaller anyway, because this whole wall lines up. There's something about the colors that make it worse. Like, staring at this puzzle is just horrifying. Okay, but think about this for a second. So this is the bathroom, right? In here, there's a bathtub, like on this wall, and then they have a sink and a toilet kind of right here, and then you have to walk through the bathroom to get to the rest of the house. And then once you're through that bathroom, there's a little hallway that you get into that takes you to each of the bedrooms, and there's also a little hall closet, which is nice. I think these are like sliding door type closets, so I might put like a little sliding door to sort of mimic it in each of the rooms. And then this lucky bedroom has no windows, but they do have an ensuite bathroom. It's got a little sink and toilet like right here. Somehow, for some reason, this main bedroom has a closet right here that like kind of cuts into the garage. So I will give them a little door. And then the garage is kind of like this, although maybe a little bit skinnier. It's kind of square. So picture if we had like a garage door right here. Let's add in some other details like the front door. And then over here, they also had what they described as an outdoor bar. Something like that, I guess. And then if we go in and add the windows, you can kind of see the windows on the floor plan. They've got them marked off like all on the sides of the walls over here. For some reason, they only have one small window like centered on this wall in the main bedroom. These lucky kids' bedrooms get wider windows. This one is like slightly off center. Oh my God. They're also like slightly off center in that bonus room too. I think the laundry room is maybe supposed to have a sliding glass door. I don't know how to read floor plans, but to me that looks like it might mean a door because it has like the line in the middle. That also checks out because the patio is right there. Oh, I'm sorry, the outdoor bar is right there. The kitchen does have one window where the sink goes, and that sink is like sort of lining up with the weird utility closet. And then the dining area has a slightly bigger window. Is that really all of the windows on the whole front of the house? Oh my God. Oh my God, that's so bad. And then over here, we also have some windows in the living room. They have like one window kind of centered there, and they have a slightly off-center window on the garage. Maybe this is the front of the house. They don't really show it to you on the floor plan. I suppose it's like oriented this way, but maybe the street is over here and the driveway kind of goes like this or something, and then we have like a little path to the front. That's the only way that I can imagine, because I just can't see this being the front. I'm sorry, but if this is the front, I'll cry. This is what I believe to be the listing of this house in real life. As you can see, it's not as bad as you might expect. I know we're all kind of giggling about the floor plan, but something very important to note is that it looks like they do have an archway right here, and it's just not marked on the floor plan. I've been sitting here thinking like there's literally no way that you can't access this hallway from right here. Like surely there is a door or an arch or something, and it looks like there is from the pictures. Honestly, the pictures are kind of cute. It all sort of makes a little bit more sense when you see it like actually there and not just try and recreate it. But for example, those weird closets, it's cabinetry in the laundry room. So we were told to draw these like weird little bump outs, but in real life, it's just like nice storage cabinets. The bathrooms are actually beautiful on the inside. They've got a nice barn door, it looks like, in that main bedroom into that big closet they have. That giant bonus room off the laundry room is a gym in their house. Oh my God. And that like outdoor bar area looks like it's covered. So we've been sat here like looking at this terrifying outdoor bar, but it's covered in the picture. This is really nice. They even have a pool, like with a hot tub and everything. You know, seeing the house and seeing this floor plan, it's like two completely different things. If I were to try and like fix this, I would probably try and make it a little bit smaller. I think part of the problem when I'm looking at this, I mean, the colors aren't helping. It's really throwing us off. But I think that part of the problem when I'm looking at this is that it's maybe a little bit too big. Like the scale is kind of off. So perhaps if we like shrunk everything back a little, that might help. And let the record show that I was correct about the layout of the front of the house, about how like this is the front of the house. I'm ashamed to admit that looking at the pictures again is making the house kind of grow on me. Like I kind of think it's cute. Maybe it's not the best design. Maybe the builder did a kind of bad job, sure. But it's honestly not that bad. I was gonna try and rebuild it and make it actually look good, but maybe that's not worth my time. Maybe that's not worth doing. Okay, I did do it. I rebuilt it, but a little bit smaller. I think the scale is still kind of off. Like this room still isn't really fitting. I'm sorry about this, by the way. She won't leave. For some reason, I just can't seem to get the scale of this room right, no matter like what version of the house I'm building. But I think this is more so what it's supposed to look like. I also had to make this room a little bit smaller. I think maybe in real life they would both be a little bit smaller, but I don't know. I can't get it to fit. Obviously, we have also discovered that this house has an archway right here, which is a complete game changer because that means you can actually access the bedrooms and the bathroom from here. And you know what else? Knowing about the roof line being kind of like off center makes the windows make more sense. Everything just kind of adds up a little bit more once you've seen the real life pictures. I mean, that makes sense, right? That's kind of how these things are supposed to work. And you know what? It still looks kind of ugly in The Sims. I think there's no way around that. I think that no matter what, it's always gonna look kind of ugly in The Sims. Just because the scale is off, it's too big. I mean, like this, it's just, I can't get it to work. I can't even do like the painting right because they have that super cute like wallpaper kind of like this, but it's stone. We don't have that. I mean, we have this, but that's like not the same. That the paneling's not the same. I think I give up. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna kill it and I'm gonna never try again. There is something really fun about trying to recreate real life stuff in the game though, especially when you can just laugh at it. I mean, this is like half the fault of the builder and also half the fault of the game, just because the scale is kind of weird. It's even weirder in The Sims than it is in real life. If you liked this video and you like watching me try and recreate really nightmarish real life things in The Sims, I've done a lot of this. For example, remember that like really tiny, super skinny house that went viral on TikTok? I did try and rebuild that in The Sims, so I can link that video down below for you. I've done quite a few things like this. I'm sorry about the cat. I'm sorry. She really wants attention. I've done quite a few things like this, so if you want to watch those, feel free to subscribe. I post a lot of videos just doing silly things in The Sims, and you'll probably enjoy it. Oh, now the cat chooses to leave as soon as I'm ending the video, of course. She was laying across my arms on the keyboard for half of this. I don't even know what I've been saying. Okay. With that, I'm gonna end this video right here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all tomorrow, okay? Bye, everybody. The colors are kind of cute though. Maybe we're onto something with that. You know, this like rainbow puzzle piece Tetris kind of vibe for the house. Maybe that's fun.